Good morning. So it's my birthday today, and I have been getting a lot of presents. I think you can already guess what the presents are by the title and by what you see behind me. So I've been getting lots of books from family, and really, I've got lots and lots of books, and I'm overwhelmed. I'm shocked. I'm just so, what was the best thing to do? I had to share it all with you. So, since there are loads and loads of books, I will quickly show the books to you. I have obviously not read. I just got them yesterday and day before. There's like huge pile of books, and I'm very grateful. Also, there's gonna be a journal that's coming. So, I got to know about that yesterday, and I've been specifically told to share all my happy memories in that journal, as well as any day I'm feeling sad, I should write something in the journal that makes me feel happy. So that's a very sweet and thoughtful gesture. I'm just so touched. I can't thank you enough for the books and the friendships and everything, and you, I can't thank enough for all your lovely comments and wishes and kindness that you send my way all the time. Without blabbering on so much, let me show you all the books. Okay, this is The Joy Luck Club by Amy Tan. Now I know Amy Tan. I forgot which book I've read of hers before, but I have read her book. It's a beautiful cover. That's the first thing that caught my eye. The cover is so pretty, and I don't know what the book is about really. It says, you know what? In this video, I'll not go into detail of every book, but this is more of a, I think, drama kind of a genre. So not a thriller, but a drama kind of a genre. It's very beautiful, this thick, and I'm going to read it soon. Next is a book which is one of my favorite movies. So A Beautiful Boy by David Sheff. This is a father's journey through his son's addiction. I have seen this movie countless number of times. It touches me in different ways every time I watch it. I've never got bored of the movie. I have really loved it. So I looked up. I didn't know initially that it was a book. I found that out while I watched the movie, after the movie ended. So I looked up the book, and it was very expensive, so it was in my wish list. I didn't want to spend that much on myself. So here it is. The person who has gifted me knew that I loved this movie so much, and that I had wish listed this book. So here it is. Beautiful Boy. Beautiful book. It's also the best non-fiction book of 2008. So this is the author, the father, who talks about his journey through his son's addiction, and what all your determination, your will can achieve. So this is really special. This is the book I'm going to start reading next. I'll show you what I'm reading right now. That's also a gift. Before that, let me show you this beautiful ring. Can you see? No, it's not diamond, it's not silver, but it is priceless for me. Do you know why? It's priceless for me because my friend who comes into the house to help me with my work and my stuff, she is the one who got this for me today. So I wore it in the morning. She gave this to me in the morning, and it's really priceless. Her husband shares the same birthday as mine, so it's a really sweet gesture. I'm just so lucky. Here is another lovely book called A Little Life. This is by Hanya Yanagihara. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing any of the names wrong, but please forgive me. This was shortlisted for the Man Booker Prize 2015. This was on my wish list once upon a time. I didn't get through to buying it, and of course I've not read it. I don't know much about it. Actually, I don't know anything about it. But this is, it says it's a singularly profound and moving work. And it's also the winner of the British Book Industry Award for Fiction in 2016. Okay. Some of the reviews are calling it exceptionally compelling and extraordinary novel. It's impossible to put down. I think this is also in the drama kind of a genre. It's quite thick, so I'm really excited. I love paperback, thick books, so I'm really excited. Okay. Next I have Crying in H Mart. This is by Michelle Zauner. This is a memoir. This is a very, very beautiful book. It's going to be a very beautiful book. I didn't know anything about it, but I have only heard good reviews about it. And the person who has gifted me this book, she very graciously went out and checked a lot of reviews to understand what the book is about, whether or not I like it. So she put a lot of thought and time into it. Okay, so the book is about a daughter who has lost her mother, and then she goes to a supermarket, especially the food aisle, I think, where she used to frequent a lot with her mother. So now she's there and she's remembering her mother, and you know what all it brings back for her. So it's a literary piece, and the cover is also very interestingly done. It's quite heart touching. It's beautiful. Now I have a few books that are actually rare books, first edition, first copies, and extremely, of course they're very expensive, but they're anyways priceless. So these are antique books. This is the story of the French Revolution, and just look at the cover. Oh, see, look at the yellowing pages. I'll show you. See, the pages are all getting yellow. Actually, I'll do a separate video. So this one, you know, when it was initially sold in India long time back, once it was for 5 rupees. 5 rupees somebody had bought it for. Then somebody had bought it in the year 1967 also. It's gone through a lot of homes and families. And which year is this? Reprinted 19... Oh, this is from 1922. Check here. This is from 1922. So 100 years old, this one. Sorry, I have a huge pile of antique books. Can you see? One is this. There are a few more here. Yeah, so I'm going to show you all those books. They are very, very interesting. Now the next one that I have is, this is another antique book. This is A Century of Historical Stories, and it's edited by Raphael Sabatini. Okay, now this one, see, somebody had bought this in the year 1936 and has mentioned that in pencil here. Can you see? These are the things that are like, you know, that add character to a book. I don't know which year this one is exactly from, but I will find out. It has this one is not 100 years old, but look at the pages. These are also yellowed, and you know, see, very, very pretty. I cannot be traveling with this book anywhere, so I have to be very careful with these. Okay, now this is India under Kirsten and After, and this is the first edition. All these books are first edition books. This is by Lowat Fraser. So this is definitely an old book. You can see signs of wear and tear, and look at the pages. So apparently the story behind the cover, the blue color, is that the blue was significant of those who were better off in society. I think black, and there was another color was kept aside for those book covers which were meant for regular mass, and blue and shades of purple, these were meant for royalty and, you know, the hot shots. So, oh my goodness, there is somebody's signature here from the year 1911. Okay, can you see? And So this is the first copy ever. Okay. Now I have to show you these books in detail. This one also has, see, has a picture of Lord Curzon. Then it has something like a plasticky sheet. Not plastic, but like tracing paper kind of sheet to, I think, cover, keep it carefully or something like that. Let me see. Oh, yeah, this is just too beautiful. This is again from 1911 itself. More than 100 years old. So pretty, so pretty, so pretty. And the color is just captivating. Okay, so grateful already. I mean, that was more than enough, but I also got The Name of the Rose by Umberto Eco. This is a wacky kind of thriller set in the year 1327, and it's got a lot of mythology, church influences, it's got religious influences, it's got a lot of things going on. So I'll read and then I'll let you know. Cover was what caught my eye. I love the vintage series by I love the vintage series. They have some of the best books that they are bringing back in action. I really love it. Now this is of course a classic, The Count of Monte Cristo. I can't believe The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas. Now this is an abridged classic. I can't believe that for so long I have not got this book. This is how many pages? This is over 1100 pages, 1122 or 23 pages. Huge. I can't wait to jump into this one. This will take time, so maybe I'll read this somewhere around May when I'll have less work, but I don't know. This is Autobiography of a Yogi. Okay, so I would never have picked up this book. I have known about this book for a long time. I used to think that this book is about a spiritual person who is just into yoga and meditation, and that they're trying to preach that to me, and I didn't feel the need to read something like that. So I thought it's okay, I'll give it a miss. I don't want it. But I was reading another book, which is Conundrum, The Life of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, his life after apparent death. So that's a huge conspiracy theory. If you want to read about a conspiracy theory during the freedom struggle in India and the entire freedom movement, and how the government botched up a lot of things and how they hid a lot of things, Conundrum is the name of the book. It's based on Subhash Chandra Bose, one of the biggest freedom fighters of India. Okay, so in that book I found a lot of references of this book, and I also that book also had a picture of Virat Kohli, one of the famous international cricketers, has been Indian team captain also, Virat Kohli. So he tweets a picture of himself holding this book, and he says that the book transforms his life. Now the book has a lot of spiritual, paranormal, science, science references. I have not finished it, okay? I have read only this much, but it's very nice. I stopped midway because I got a little sick and I was going through a lot of migraine and stuff, so that was not the best time to read this. I want to have a clear head and read this, so that's what I'm going to do. But yes, because I have had a lot of paranormal experiences. Should I share about it sometime in a video? Let me know, because I've had a lot of paranormal experiences which I don't want to experience again, and because I'm extremely spiritual also. I'm not at all a religious person. I respect all religions. I respect everybody who's religious and who follows whichever religion, but I as such am not a religious person. I'm more of a spiritual person. So for me this book was quite interesting. It's going to be interesting, I know, so I will definitely read this and talk more about this. Can't believe I spoke so much about this already. Kashmir at the Crossroads by Sumantra Bose. Okay, now for those of you who might not be aware, Kashmir has always been caught in conflict between India and Pakistan, and I have always had a special love for Kashmir and Kashmiri people, the culture, everything. I have always, I have ended up buying Kashmiri things from Kashmiris in Bombay or Delhi, things that I would never ever need, only because of the way they speak, the way they are, how gentle and sweet they are. So you can just imagine. And last year I went to Kashmir just for 2.5 days, but I felt that I could not meet sweeter, more beautiful, kinder, wonderful people than I met in Kashmir. Really, really beautiful. Of course, every place has its good and bad, whatever. But I just had the best experience. Everybody was so sweet and special and helpful. So this is a book. I started reading it. Then I was reading this and Autobiography of a Yogi at the same time, and I felt sick, so I had to stop because there's a lot of research work in this book. Okay, it's not very thick, but it's very, very deep and insightful. It has a lot of research work, so it will take time. This is the book I'm reading currently. It's called Victim Without a Face. This is by the Swedish author Stefan Anem. Peter, am I pronouncing it wrong? Please tell me how to pronounce it. I think it's Stefan Anem, but let me know. Okay, this is a thick book. This is how many pages? How many? Yeah, 550 pages. It's very, very gripping and interesting. So I have read this much in 2 days. Exactly 244 pages. See, 244 pages I have read in 2 days. It's that gripping. 2 days, it's not like I was just sitting at home and doing nothing. I was working, I was doing chores, I was running errands, I was working in the house, I was doing my office work, but still I managed to read this much because it's extremely gripping. This is the first in apparently a series of books which features the main character, the lead detective, Fabian Risk. That's his name. So let's see. I obviously am loving it. I'll buy more of the series. The Little Book of Luca? The Little Book of Hygge. I remember. Oh, I love that book. And this one is, obviously, the moment I saw this, I picked this up. This is The Danish Search for the World's Happiest People. It's by Meek Viking, CEO of the Happiness Research Institute, Copenhagen. Oh, come on. Now, this book is just, I'll show you, full of pictures and feel good things, and it's just a lovely book. I'm really loving this series. I read Hygge, I read Lagom, and now this one is the third one. So I'm really loving this. I think this one or Beautiful Boy will be my next read. So depending on whether I'm traveling, whatever I'm doing, I'll pick. But yeah, those are the 2 books I'm going to read after I finish Victim Without a Face. Odyssey. I've never had Odyssey. I am an English literature major. I did my bachelor's and my master's in English literature. But I have not grown up and read Odyssey by obviously Homer. This cover is especially beautiful because it features a classic artwork. The artwork is by who? Raft of Ulysses and CY. Okay, I don't know. So I will be honest, I did not buy this one. I did not pick this one, but I was asked to take this one because someone else wants to read this, and she very, very smartly told me to buy this one because I like it, and then it will pass on to her. Okay, I don't mind. It's a book, and it's a very, very well-known classic, so I'll definitely look forward to reading this. I have 3 more to go. Girl A. I have heard a lot about this. This is by a lady called Abigail Dean. Paula Hawkins, the author of Girl on the Train, says I love it. Obviously, this is a thriller. This is much thick, and this is going to pass off fast. So yes, I look forward to this one. I will tell you more about these books later in another video because this is already 19 minutes long. Revenge Wears Prada. Of course, almost all of us have read The Devil Wears Prada or watched the movie. I especially loved the book and the movie both. Meryl Streep was amazing. She always is. And the book was just too good. This is apparently a sequel which I had no clue about. I went to the bookstore Landmark. It's a retail bookstore chain. I went there. I saw this and I was like, wait, is this the same book in a new cover? As in, is this Devil Wears Prada in a new cover? but this is a new book. It's a sequel. I don't know if it's very new. When was this published? Have you read this? This is from 2013. I had no clue that there was this book. Okay, so I am sure I'll like this. This is gonna be fun read, of course. So yeah. Last one is Dead Man's Daughter by Ross Watkins, a newcomer to British crime writing. Very, very interesting. This much thick. This will be very interesting. It's a long book, so it will be very interesting. I can't wait to read this one. So I don't know how many books I showed you, but I showed you a lot of books. One book which I'm very excited about, which is going to come up this year, is Anthony Hawkins's next release. What is the name? A Knife is Twisted, something like that. Knife is Twisted or something like that it's called. Okay, so it's going to release sometime around October, 22nd October, I think, in Britain. So in Britain it's going to release sometime around October. I'm hoping that we have our Tata Lit Fest in November in Bombay, so that he can come here again and I get to meet him all over again. I really enjoy his workshops, his discussions, his his sessions, and meeting him. And he's such a wonderful person. He's such a genuinely fun person to be with. I'm talking about like a reader and an author kind of a familiarity. Okay, I don't know him personally. I have met him a few times as someone who appreciates his work. So yes, the video is 21 minutes long. I'm really sorry if this did not interest you, but for those who love books, I can tell you these are some really good books. I already know that because those who gifted me these books have put in a lot of research in understanding whether or not I like the book, because I'm very picky when it comes to books. So yes, read out for yourself the reviews, and if you can wait, just wait for some time. I will come back with another video quickly to tell you at least about what's written on the cover, so you have some idea, and then you can decide for yourself if you want to read it or not. So for now, bye bye. I gotta go. What's the time? It's 8:50 in the morning, and the day has already started off on a very busy note for me, and now the rest of the day remains. I'm not going to do much, maybe just call in some dinner, and that's about it, because weekdays are very busy. So yes, thank you so much for watching, and I hope wherever you are, you're feeling the love and the warmth and the smiles, and you're very special and you're loved. Okay, always remember that. Thank you so much. Yes, it's my birthday today, so I will not have chocolate or cake. I don't like cakes at all, so I'll just read a lot. Bye bye.